So I'm getting ready to pack for Great Wolf Lodge. And this little baby wants to come too. Yeah, is that what this is? Do you want to come too? Yeah. We are headed this weekend for a hosted trip at Great Wolf Lodge, and I have a Zoom meeting in about 15 minutes. But I thought I would just go over with you some of the essentials that we bring with us to Great Wolf Lodge after many, many trips over the years with lots of different ages. I also created a free printable packing checklist for going to Great Wolf Lodge or really any indoor water park hotel, because there are a few small things that you're going to want to tuck into your luggage that will make a huge difference in the success of your trip with kids. So starting off strong, one of the things that we bring with us that makes a huge difference is a collapsible, foldable laundry bag. So all of the dirty laundry gets separated from the clean. You don't have to worry about it piling up on the bathroom floor or getting confused in your luggage. Inside of here, I also have an individual travel-sized laundry detergent in case we need to do a quick hand wash of any of the clothes or bathing suits that we bring with us. Going along with the laundry bag and travel size detergent, I always try to have these in my purse at all times, but especially when traveling, because you don't always have enough backup outfits. Always encourage you to bring at least 2 bathing suits with kids and at least 1 emergency backup outfit, but we all know sometimes that's not enough. So these make a big difference in addition to that travel size detergent. So finishing up the laundry category, these are a huge game changer for me. Now, if I'm on a cruise, these are great because often cruises have little clothing lines in the bathrooms. But when it comes to water park resorts or hotels, these are great because you can usually find a metal surface. These are sold as magnetic chip clips. But what we use them for is we will actually hang up our bathing suits to dry overnight, and just being able to hang them up, not having to worry about hanging them over the shower stall and someone throwing it off and having it go into a puddle in the bathroom floor. Being able to hang them up, whether it's against the fridge, against a metal door, this really does make a difference. So again, these are sold as magnetic chip clips, make a huge difference. Okay, now moving over to more water park essentials. Goggles, pretty self-explanatory. I always find them a good idea. I always regret it if I decide not to bring them. If you don't use them, whatever. But if you end up needing them, it makes a big difference. If you've been to Great Wolf Lodge before, you might have one of these magic wands lying around. They will work to bring them to different Great Wolf Lodge resorts. They will work to bring them back over and over again. So this was a one-time purchase when my oldest was 4 or 5 years old, and still a decade later, we're able to change out the batteries, bring it and use it and still have fun with that game. So if you have one, pack it. And then I do like these for, especially for younger kids that can't easily wrap a towel around themselves the way that a teenager has learned how to. These little throw-on towel dresses or hoodies make a huge difference. They do provide towels at the resort. This is just a little bit of a cozier option when you are going between the water park and your room. And I'm a big believer in water shoes. We use these at the cottage. We use them every time we go to the beach. We use them at water parks. And yes, they are allowed at Great Wolf Lodge. You can just use flip-flops and take them off when you're going in the water, but I just feel a lot better about my kids wearing water shoes when they're in communal environments like that. So my oldest was a synchronized swimmer for a few years, and we're just big fans of nose plugs when you're on the water slides. Not essential, but a nice thing to have. You can get packs like this, 4 packs of these for under $10, make a huge difference. And then if you have kids who are prone to ear infections, this is a great, great product. They are just wax silicone ear plugs. You can mold them to fit your child. You can rip off pieces. They stop the water from going in their ear, which can just be a disaster for a water park trip. I did pick this up. I haven't tried it yet, but kind of excited. We have had a lot of ear infections in our family, not necessarily from water parks, but willing to try anything to prevent that. And then my oldest, again, she used to do synchro. She is a big fan of wearing swim caps. She feels like it stops her hair from smelling like chlorine. But even with that or failing that, this is the best detox shampoo for removing the smell of chlorine out of your hair. My daughter has really long hair to her hips, and this is affordable. It does a great job. They do have shampoo and conditioner, obviously, at the resort, but we will be bringing this because it does a great job. Also, one thing that I do bring, especially if we're going in the summer and we might be using the outdoor pool, I bring rash guards. They just give me a little bit more peace of mind, even though we will also be bringing our sunscreen, obviously. I also always bring a travel-sized first aid kit. They will have first aid supplies at the hotel, but I just like to have this. This fits in my little purse that I'm going to be carrying around with me and just makes me feel a little bit better. I also always have a lip balm with a hair tie tied on it. We obviously have extra hair ties coming with us, but this is compact. This is great. I always have lip balm when I'm going to a hotel because I find between the chlorine in the pool and the AC, sometimes my lips get chapped. So I just always have it. And then after the water park, it's always nice to have a detangling spray. This is the one that we're currently using. You want to have hand sanitizer for all of those quick meals that you're just able to convince the kids to pop out of the pool and eat. And wet wipes are always nice. Every member of the family also gets their own individual wet bags to put their wet items in. We are hanging up the bathing suits, but anything else that gets wet just goes in here so that the rest of the laundry doesn't get soaking wet. And then the teenager and I will both have one of these waterproof cases for our phone. You don't have to carry around your credit card or your room key at Great Wolf Lodge. They give you RFID wristbands to get into your room, and you can use them to charge to your room as well. But, you know, I'm not going to be able to get my teenager to leave her phone in the hotel room, so at least I know it's going to be protected. And so going along with the phone, you want to have extra large cords and you want to have a couple portable chargers. You just never know, especially for the road trip down. This is great. It's going to stop sibling squabbles if you are relying on any screens to keep people entertained. But I find this really essential. I'm on my phone taking pictures, videos throughout the trip. This just gives me a little bit more peace of mind. And I thought it was kind of cute because it looked like the Great Wolf Lodge logo on there. And I'm going to have each of the kids pick a favorite card game. I grabbed this one. I thought it was kind of cute, especially we have a few cats of our own, but we always like to bring more analog things to do in the room and on the ride. But there will obviously be some tablet time. And then this is a huge game changer for us. We bring a white noise machine anytime we're in a hotel, just in case you might have a noisy neighbor, you might have some kids running up and down the hall, especially if you have younger kids who are trying to nap or go to bed a little bit earlier. We use it at home too, but it just makes a huge difference. And then obviously reusable water bottles, and we also bring Ziploc bags in a variety of sizes. So this is great for leftovers, but then also the big ones are great in case your wet bag isn't enough to fit wet clothing or wet shoes or what have you. So definitely grab the list. It's going to be on my website, free printable packing checklist that will help you with your Great Wolf Lodge trip.